Thank you for joining me today. We're diving into something that affects every single one of us, the hidden power of your thoughts. They say light is the fastest thing in this universe, 186,000 miles in just a single second. Unimaginable, right? But there is something even faster, something that is not outside, but inside you, your thoughts. Think about a friend far away. In an instant, you are with them. No distance, no waiting. Your mind travels where even light takes time. Now the question is, if thoughts move this fast, where do they go? What path do they take? And most importantly, what effect do they leave behind on you and on the universe? Today, let's dive into the hidden physics and the forgotten philosophy of thought power. Sound travels through air, electricity and wireless waves travel through ether. But thoughts travel through something subtler, a substance called manas, the mental atmosphere. This world isn't made of just air, water, and space. It's also filled with a vast, invisible ocean of thoughts. And whether we notice it or not, we live in this ocean every single day. Think of your mind, not as a locked box, but like a radio station. It sends out thoughts, receives thoughts, and blends with the invisible signals of millions of other minds around you. Have you noticed how sometimes you enter a room and immediately feel peace? Or you meet someone and without a word, you feel uneasy? That's the play of thought vibrations. Good thoughts, calm, kind, noble, spread harmony. Bad thoughts, jealousy, hatred, fear, spread unrest. Even without speaking, we influence each other. This is why sages warn, keep your mind pure, because you are never alone in your thoughts. Let me tell you a simple story. Two men once traveled to the same village. The first was a saint. His eyes carried silence. His heart was calm. Wherever he walked, quarrels ended. Strangers felt happy for no reason. Even animals came near him without fear. The second was a rich man, but his heart was restless. When he entered the same village, disputes arose. People argued, and the very air felt heavy. The villagers asked, "Why does one man bring peace and the other unrest?" The answer is simple. Their thoughts went ahead of them. Before a word was spoken, people were already touched by the vibrations they carried. Think of a stone dropped in water, ripples spread outward. Think of a bell struck, sound waves travel in every direction. Think of a candle lit, light travels everywhere. In the same way, every thought you think creates ripples in the mental atmosphere. Those ripples travel endlessly. They do not vanish. Strong thoughts bear fruit quickly. Weak thoughts take longer, but not one thought ever dies. That is why sages say thoughts are not shadows. They are living entities. They are real. But here's something very important. Not all thoughts have equal power. A thought that is pure, free from selfishness, free from confusion, is razor sharp. It can cut through space and time. This is why the Upanishads tell us pure food leads to a pure mind, and a pure mind leads to powerful thought. If the food we eat is impure, if our imagination is restless, our thoughts become weak. But when food, mind, and purpose are pure, thought becomes a force of creation. Just like electricity flows only when oriented, mental energy too must be conserved and directed. wasted thoughts, idle daydreaming, constant worry, gossip drain our mental battery, but concentrated thoughts, directed toward noble goals, multiply our strength. This is why sages meditate, to save and sharpen their thought force. Here is something even more mysterious. Yogis tell us that thoughts are not only vibrations, but also have colors, shapes, and even sounds. Anger may radiate fiery red. Fear may appear as dark, smoky gray. Love may shine as gentle blue. Noble aspirations may glow with golden light. People with subtle sensitivity can sometimes see these thought forms around others like an aura. Even if we don't see them, we feel them. That's why we are drawn to some people and drained by others. Long before the telephone, yogis practiced thought transference. Nanadev, Patanjali, Bhartrhari, they sent and received messages without words across distances. This is what we now call telepathy. Science has only recently discovered wireless technology, but sages knew long ago the mind is the original wireless machine. A thought sent with focus can reach another mind instantly. A thought filled with love can comfort someone miles away. Modern science discovered radium, an element that constantly radiates energy, never exhausted. A yogi is like living radium. His purified thoughts radiate peace, strength, and joy without pause. Anyone near him feels uplifted. His presence alone heals, just as radium lights up darkness. Now comes the greatest truth. This universe itself began as a thought in the cosmic mind. A vibration arose in the infinite, and creation unfolded. From the subtle came the gross. From one primal desire of the divine, galaxies, oceans, mountains, and beings were born. Even modern physics now confirms at the root of matter lies vibration, frequency, thought-like energy. What yogis knew inwardly, science now confirms outwardly. Let's go back to our story. The restless rich man asked the saint, "Why do people welcome you, but avoid me, though I have wealth?" The saint replied, "Brother, your anger reaches people before you arrive. Your suspicion darkens the air before you enter, but my peace touches them before they even see me." These words pierced his heart. Slowly, he learned to guard his thoughts. In time, the villagers who once feared him began to smile in his presence. The miracle was not outside. It was in the invisible waves of his thought. So here is the lesson. Thoughts are not whispers inside your head. They are real forces. They travel. They shape your health. They shape your relationships. They shape your destiny. And they shape the world. Every moment, you're sowing seeds of thought. Some grow into trees of peace. Others grow into weeds of unrest. Which seeds are you planting today? Guard your thoughts, purify them, direct them, and your thoughts will no longer be chains. They will become wings.
Gain the eternal knowledge. Walk with me on this journey. Subscribe, not just to a channel, but to a path where thoughts become light and light becomes life.